on the beautiful campus of Rochester Christian University and inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. This is Warriors basketball on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here saying hello everyone and welcome to our broadcast as the Rochester Christian Warriors host the Northwestern Ohio Racers in game 1 of 2 on the day between these two schools in WAC competition. The Warriors come into this game 2-3 on the season, 2-0 in conference play after a win back on Tuesday night against Defiance. On the other side, the Racers come in 5-1 this season. Their lone loss came last time out back on Wednesday night against Indiana Tech. They're 0-1 in conference play. In that game for the Warriors just a couple nights ago, bit of an interesting story against Defiance in the 68-58 win for the Warriors as the bench led by Ashley Loon 16 points, Mila Alls with 10 points, and the freshman Amal Yunus chipping in 7 all off the bench. The bench putting up 67% of the Warriors scoring in the win that night. The starters were led by Shahad Bakar and J.C. Summers with 8 points apiece. Carmen Lowry played 8 minutes as a starter that night, did not score, and did not attempt a shot that night either. But the Warriors able to walk away with the 68-58 win and go to 2-0 in WAC play following Tuesday night. When we come back, we're counting you down to tip-off between the Racers and the Warriors here from Garth Pleasant Arena. When we come back, we've got the starting lineups and then the opening tip next. Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you. Just a couple of minutes away from the opening tip between the Warriors and the Racers. Take a look now at the starting lineup for both teams, starting with the visiting Racers of Northwestern Ohio. The guards, Olivia Thompson, Brooke Asher, Alicia Lawson, who we'll talk about here in just a second. On the wing, it's Sanaya Gray, and Lori Huffman will jump it up here momentarily for the Racers. On the other side, Rochester Christian will counter with Simone Andrews, Shahad Bakar, the guards, J.C. Summers and Mila Alls on the wings, and Kendall Zaire getting her 5th start on the year. Will jump it up most likely here in the next 90 seconds or so. Going back to the Racers, Alicia Lawson has led Northwestern Ohio in scoring every contest so far this season through 6 games. Comes in averaging 28 points per contest after a career high last season, 25.6 points per game a season ago. A year ago in this matchup, for Lawson had 17 points on 7 of 14 shooting. Also saw Brooke Asher, one of the guards as well for the Racers, comes in leading the team in assists, 5 of their first 6 games so far, averaging just over 5.3 assists per game this season. And for the Warriors, Simone Andrews, 8.2 points per game this season, has 3 games in their first 5, scoring 10 or more points. And in the other 2 games that she didn't, a bit of a struggle for her, just 2 of 15 shooting in those 2 other contests. J.C. Summers has done what she's done for most of her career to this point. So far, 12.6 points per game on the year, about 12.5 shot attempts per game as well. Had a season high 19 points in their first regular season contest against Michigan Dearborn. But now we send it down to the floor to public address announcer Mark Stowers.
Women's basketball game featuring the University of Northwestern Ohio Racers and your Rochester Christian University Warriors. As a reminder, Rochester Christian and the NAIA are committed to maintaining the true spirit of competition in athletics. We ask all players and fans to do their part by showing respect to every spectator, athlete, coach, and official involved in today's contest. At this time, we ask that you please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats and join us in a word of prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Let us pray. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play this game in a manner that by our words and our actions is pleasing to you. Let us enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship with respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us to be aware of his presence with us in this game today. Amen. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. And now, let's meet the starters for this afternoon's game. First, for the Racers, number 3, Liv Thompson. Number 4, Brooke Asher. Number 10, Alicia Lawson. Number 11, Sanaya Gray. And number 40, Lori Huffman. Their head coach, Mr. Matt Favreau, with assistant Tom Lippman. And now, let's meet the starters for your Rochester Christian University Warriors. A 5'8" sophomore guard, number 5, Simone
Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. All that's left to do is to jump it up. For the Warriors, it'll be Zider. On the other side, Sanaya Gray will take it for the Racers. Tip is up. We're underway. Andrews racing for it against Brooke Asher. Asher wins the race. Highlighted Asher, the freshman, in our open. 5.3 assists per game. Also just over 12.5 points per game as well. Opening possession, 10 to shoot on it. Flip it this way for Thompson. Now Logo straight on is through for Sanaya Gray. Gray, a freshman from Akron, knocks down the three, but she's already made an impact defensively for this team as Summers lays it up. No, got her own miss, twirls and puts it back in. For Gray, WAC Defensive Player of the Week on October 27th. Had 14 rebounds and 4 blocks that week in their season opener against Great Lakes Christian, which led to that Defensive Player of the Week nomination. Another three from straight on, this time by Thompson. Couple early threes for the Racers came into this one, right about 28% from three-point range this season. Summers, long two off the heel, rebound pulled down by Asher. Asher, a freshman from Liberty Township, Ohio, attended Lakota East. Spin it topside for Huffman. She'll do most of her work on the glass, has led the team in rebounding for 5 straight games. Pass inside looking for Huffman, picked off by Zider on the run. Tried to leave it for Andrews, just a touch behind her, and then runs back on defense well and swipes it from Gray. Racers by 4 here early, still 7:45 to go opening quarter. Zider's going to walk the baseline, flip it up and fill it. Zider has been strong over the last few games as that ball goes out in the corner. 6.3 points per game, almost 5 rebounds and almost 2 blocks per contest as well. Has also appeared in 2 games for the Warriors on the same day that she suited up for the women's volleyball team as well, as there's an offensive foul on Mila Alls. That'll be her first, team's first. Send it outside, thought about the three, did Sanaya Gray. She's already knocked one down here early. That shot doesn't fall. Rebound comes down to Summers. Now Zider spinning her way through, high off glass, no, rebound tapped out. That was off Huffman. Couldn't get her hands on that rebound, but comes in 13.5 rebounds per. Had a season high 22 in their game against Bryant and Stratton, and had another 19 against Shawnee State. She'll get the rebound this time around. Plays catch there with Olivia Thompson. Float it to the near corner, up and over the head of Brooke Asher, out of bounds. Six and a half to play first quarter. It's the Racers by 2. They've knocked down a pair of threes so far. Summers wants a 3 on her end. One hop off the rim. Warriors come in shooting at just 22% from three-point range on the year. Drop it off inside for Huffman. Turns, shot won't go. Whistle and a foul. That'll be the first on Summers, team second. Lori Huffman to the free throw line. Couple hops off the rim, doesn't fall. She'll have one more coming on the foul by J.C. Summers. Knocks down the second. It's a three-point game here early. Not even midway through our first quarter of play. First tally for Huffman, also has a pair of rebounds as well. Shahad Bakar picks up the dribble, tried to bounce it inside looking for Alls. Pass stolen by Thompson. Spin it this way. Lawson had it, lost the handle, regained control, goes in and gets fouled. Quickly the second on Summers. Jordan Peterson will go get her with 5:48 to go first quarter. Lawson at the free throw line knocks down the first. Lawson already this year named WAC Player of the Week offensively twice. Did so 9 times a season ago. Mentioned in the open to our broadcast, averaged just under 26 points per game a season ago. Currently averaging 28 per game through the first 6 games of the season. Outside Peterson goes in, floats high off glass. Zeider got a fingertip on that rebound. Off the floor with it, though, come the Racers. It's the Racers by 5. First quarter, up and under move doesn't go. Huffman goes down to the floor for it, but will go the other direction. They'll get Huffman for the foul. Just the first team foul going on the Racers. Warriors with 3 as a team. Andrews just above the free throw line knocks it down. For Andrews this season, 8 points per game, couple assists per game as well in 23 minutes per game. She's got it, stretches it up the floor for Alls. Extra pass finds Peterson on the baseline, that's blocked. Looks like Gray got a hand on that. That'll send us to the first quarter media timeout. 4:34 to go opening quarter. It's the Racers by 3 on your home for Warriors basketball. .34 to go in the first quarter. It's the Racers by 3. They're 2 of 5 from the floor to begin play, but 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Warriors just 3 of 10 from the floor. The Racers currently led early. Thompson and Gray knocked down a couple threes. Alicia Lawson got her 2 at the free throw line. Lori Huffman went 1 for 2 at the line. She's got 1.3 rebounds. On the other side for the Warriors, it's Andrews, Summers, and Zeider all with 2 points apiece. It'll be a baseline inbound for the Warriors. Andrews will trigger in. Gets it to Zeider, cutting down towards the basket, turns, hooks, and hits. Left alone for three. That was Lawson, not the player that the Warriors want to leave open today. We'll get a look at Carmen Lowry, who checks in for Peterson. Peterson spelled J.C. Summers a couple minutes ago, picked up her second foul here early. Ashley Loon in as well. Loon 16 points last time out in the win over Defiance. Knock it down. Excellent look that time by Simone Andrews. That's a shot and a spot that she loves to get to at least a couple times per game. Andrews has 4, as does Zeider, who scored just about a minute ago. Outside long three. That's off the rim by Huffman. Andrews goes in, throws it up. It runs off the rim. Offensive rebound put back up, no, by Zeider, but she got fouled on the way back up. That'll be the second on Huffman, team's second. Clock stops with 3:23 to go first quarter. Zeider misses on the first. Second one's good for her. Kayla Larimore comes in for the Racers. Warriors on a quick 5-0 run out of the media timeout. Twisting and turning through a double team, getting knocked down and fouled was Thompson. Foul's going to go on Loon, her first, team's fourth. Thompson will inbound. Averaging 14 points per game so far this year, had 10 or more points in each of the Racers' first 5 games, had just 4 though back on Wednesday. 3 is up, it's short, one hop down to Loon. Looking to push for Andrews, just off the fingertips and out of bounds. For the Warriors, that's turnover number 4, so 4 turnovers aside so far in this first quarter of play. Straightaway 3 is up. It was too strong. Lipped out. Posted up inside. Zeider turns. It doesn't go. Hung around the rim for a second, just couldn't get it to drop. Still a 2-point game. 2:15 to go first quarter. Stepping back with it is Asher. Working on Loon. 10 to shoot. Larimore came out to screen for her, took the shot anyway. Now Andrews, head down, floats it up, and got it on the underhand flip. Strong start for Simone Andrews, 3 of 5 from the floor, 6 points, also a couple rebounds as well. Asher wants a 3, gimme that. Three threes in the quarter for the Racers as Zeider gets fouled. Thompson, Gray, and now Asher all have a 3. Foul's going to go on Larimore, freshman from Centerburg, Ohio. Zeider's first is good. Second one goes as well. All three of the Racers' field goals this quarter have come from beyond the arc. They're 3 of 8 from three-point range, 3 of 11 overall. They've also gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line, but it's the Warriors with the three-point advantage. 3 is up, skips off the rim, another rebound for Andrews. She'll leave it for Loon in transition, who gets fouled. Foul goes on Thompson, her first, team's fourth. Puts Loon at the line, comes in averaging 8.4 points per game, knocks down the first. Two at the line for Loon. Pushes it back to a 5-point differential, final minute, first quarter. Drop it off to Gray. Pass picked off by Simone Andrews, one-on-one the other way with Brooke Asher, lays it up and lays it in. Excellent start for Simone Andrews, now 8 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Give her a steal as well as she picked off that pass. Gray has it far side of the floor. Goes to the corner for Asher. Gets it back with 10 to shoot. She'll rise and fire for 3. Shot clock off for the final 17 seconds of the quarter. Warriors by 7. Alls with it outside Loon. Open for 3. Knocks it down. Time will run out on the first quarter. The Warriors will take a 10-point lead to the second. When we come back, we'll get you some stats from that first 10 minutes of play. But it's the Warriors 22, the Racers 12 on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Just about ready for the second quarter of action between the Warriors and the Racers. Warriors, thanks to the three-pointer with just a couple ticks left in the first by Ashley Loon, take a 10-point lead into the second. Simone Andrews, 8 points, 3 rebounds. Zeider, 7 points. Ashley Loon with that 3, give her 5 points and 4 rebounds through one quarter of play. On the other side for the Racers, Thompson, Asher, and Gray all with 3 points apiece. Warriors shot at 47% from the floor in the first quarter. Andrews, another takeaway up the floor, has it ripped away by Asher. The freshman did well to get back there defensively, was the only line of defense left for the Racers. Floated inside, Tambry Williams puts it up and gets it to roll. Pass over on the far side. Out of bounds right along the Warriors bench. Another turnover for the Racers. Their 7th of the game. Lowry driving, lowers the shoulder and draws the offensive foul. That'll be the first on Lowry. Out there for the Warriors, it's Lowry, Andrews, Loon, Alls, and Williams. On the other side for the Racers, Thompson, Asher, Lawson, Crystal Smith, and Kayla Larimore. Brooke Asher takes a spill. Andrews gets tagged with her first foul, team second of the second quarter. We're just over a minute into the second. A host of substitutions for the Warriors, including Shahad Bakar and Emily Lockey. Turning at the elbow and scoring. Looked like that was Larimore. Lockey drives in, got by her defender and scores. Lockey, the sophomore out of Florida, shot at the other end, does not fall, whistle and a foul. Lockey playing 26 games a season ago, started 4 of them. Has had some solid performances last season. Free throw is up and off. At the line is Crystal Smith. Second one is up and through. Going back to that first quarter just a couple minutes ago for the Warriors as Lockey drives, kicks it over to Bakar, now straight away for Loon. So important for the Warriors to have the lead after the first quarter as Zider with the spin move. Got her defender dancing, just couldn't finish the shot. Warriors coming into this game in the first quarter outscored on average by about 5 or 6 points per game in the opening quarter, so having that 10-point lead after one today could prove big for the Warriors going forward the rest of the afternoon. Zider has it on the inbound. Picks up the dribble, 10 to shoot. Loon finds the pass, but then an offensive foul will be called on Zider. That'll be her first, already the team's 4th of this second quarter. There's still 7:45 to go until halftime. If you're just joining us on the Rochester Christian Sports Network, Stephen McDonald here with you. It was 22-12 after the first quarter. Leaning back, Lawson fires. Lowry took a look, kicks it to the corner. Lockey wants a 3, got the 3. Second 3 of the day for the Warriors, just 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, but still hovering around 48% from the floor overall. Loon has the other 3, got that one back in the first. Bakar this way looking for Lockey. Looked like Jordan Mueller might have gotten a hand in there to disrupt that pass. It'll be a turnover, though, by the Warriors. That'll be their 5th. Mueller lost it, able to regain control. Huffman left alone for 3, makes the Warriors pay. Lockie, looks like a long 2 for Peterson. Corralled by Zider, she'll back her way in. Pivots, throws it up, no, got her own miss. Second time, no. Turns and finishes, 3rd time the charm. Driving on Loon, layup does not fall. Looks like that's Thompson on the floor. That'll be the 2nd on Loon, team's 5th. So the Racers now with 6:13 to go in the half are in the bonus.
Checking in number 5, Simone Andrews.
Simone Andrews will come in for Ashley Loon, who picked up that 2nd foul. First free throw for Thompson is good. Second one goes as well. But the lead for the Warriors still at 11. Bakar put that foot back behind the three-point line. Run it around the rim, doesn't go. Offensive rebound put back up and in by Emily Lockie. Lockie, a season ago, even though she's only listed about 5'8", 3 from the corner is through for the Racers. Lockie, a season ago, had some moments where she'd go in and get those offensive rebounds just like she did there just a moment ago. After the 3 by the Racers, still a 10-point ball game. Go topside Bakar. Extra feed, good look inside. Peterson finishes on the layup, give the assist to Kendall Zider. Outside it goes. Mueller for 3, knock it down. Mueller, a freshman out of Lebanon, Ohio. Threes starting to pick up for the Racers. Now 6 of 13 from beyond the arc as Peterson lays it up and draws the foul. Give the assist on the Mueller 3 to Thompson. Thompson at the other end picks up the foul. That'll be her 2nd and team's 2nd of the 2nd quarter. 4:52 to go until halftime. It's the Warriors 35 and the Racers 26. This is the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Reset things here a bit while we have a chance. 4:52 until halftime. Kendall Zider now 9 points, 5 rebounds, and the assist a moment ago on the basket by Jordan Peterson, her 2nd assist of the afternoon. Simone Andrews, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. On the other side, Mueller 6 points, Thompson 5 points, Lori Huffman 4 points, 3 rebounds. Racers shooting at 46% from three-point range, 6 of 13, while the Warriors shooting at just under 47% from the floor overall. Peterson will go to the free throw line out of the timeout. It's up and through. It was the Warriors by 10 after 1. Currently still sits at a 10-point differential. Peterson's second will make it 11. Swing it around, far corner, driving baseline was Thompson. Tried to throw it back inside, was taken away by Zeider. She's on the run, bounces it for Peterson. Rainbow shot from in tight, doesn't go. Now Lockie backs her way in. Andrews will drive, go up with it, no. Back outside to Bakar. Lockie, corner pocket three, spins out. Knocked one down earlier this quarter. That one halfway down before it decided to come out. Shot at the other end does not go, but a whistle and a foul on the Warriors with 4 minutes to go. Lockie will pick up her second. So Lockie with 2, Loon with 2, and J.C. Summers with 2 fouls. Lowry will come in for Lockie. Haven't seen much of Summers this half. Picked up both her fouls back in the first. Free throw rattles through. Two at the line for Lawson. That is where she's done all her damage so far today. 4 for 4 at the free throw line, but 0 of 3 from the floor. And if you're the Warriors, that's just the way that you would want it so far. Shot doesn't go for Peterson. The follow-up does for Zeider. Thompson with it. Driving on Bakar. Flip shot, no. That'll be the first on Bakar. Mila Alls will come in for Peterson. Amal Yunus will come in for the Warriors as well. Looks like she'll get Bakar. Yunus, a really solid game for the Warriors as the first free throw is off. Solid performance a couple nights ago against Defiance. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Believe she also had a steal in that game as well. Playing about 12 minutes that night in the Warriors win over Defiance. Warriors come into this one 2-0 in conference play. Meanwhile, for the Racers, they're 5-1 overall, but 0-1 in conference play after the loss on Wednesday night. Zeider's going to get fouled on the interior. Gabby Sosa Owens picks up her first, team's third. Huffman comes back in for the Racers. Zeider at the free throw line sinks the first. good on both. She has 13 to go along with 7 rebounds and 2 assists. The Warriors' lead is 12. Floating from the free throw line, can't get it to fall for Lawson. Has just not been able to find her shot so far in this game. To the free throw line and swarm defensively. Get it back to Zeider, who lays it in. On that initial look to Zeider at the free throw line, turned and saw 3 black jerseys around her, but eventually able to finish it off with the lay-in. Huffman's going to toss it back outside for Asher and reset things with 12 to shoot. Bounce it to Huffman, and an offensive foul as she bangs inside on Zeider. Huffman picks up her 3rd and will check out. Huffman, a freshman from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, which, as it turns out, had to do a little bit of research on this. Locally, it's debated on the pronunciation of the city name. It's actually Iroquois for Crooked River, after the path that the Cuyahoga River takes through northeast Ohio. So there's your geography lesson for the day. 2:08 to go first half. Warriors 43 and the Racers 29. Outside for Andrews, wants a long 3, knocks it down. Give the assist to Zeider. That's her 3rd assist of the afternoon. For Andrews, she's got 11 points, 5 of 10 from the floor. Eunice goes down to the floor to tie up the basketball. Gray's going to pick up her 1st. That'll be the team's 5th. So now the Warriors in the bonus with 141 to go. And Amala Eunice will get paid off for her efforts going down to the floor to try to tie up that ball at the other end. She'll go to the free throw line. Short on the 1st. And that one's going to pinball and fall on the 2nd try for her. Asher gave it off to Gray, driving to the baseline on Alls. Long 3 comes up short for Asher from that far wing. Andrews puts her head down, got all the way towards the rim, knocked down and fouled. Second foul on Gray. Williams comes back in for the Warriors. Andrews at the free throw line. Clock stopped at 1:09. Second one does not go either. Rebound tapped by Williams, saves it to Simone Andrews, has to fight for it above the free throw line. And a whistle and a foul. Got tangled up with a couple racers there for that loose ball. Looks like they got Mueller for the foul, her first. Back to the line go the Warriors, only 5 seconds coming off the clock there. And that one doesn't go either. Couple misses now consecutively at the line for Andrews. Second one is up and doesn't go either. So nothing doing on the trips to the free throw line for the Warriors there. 47-29, three halfway down, goes right up above the rim and falls. Brooke Asher knocks one down. Her second of the half. .32 seconds to go, line drive three. Long rebound comes off to Eunice. Shot clock is off with 24 seconds to go. And what has been a solid first half for the Warriors. Coach Ocampo, believe, called time there with 18 seconds to go. Warriors still shooting at around 47% from the floor this half. 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. And even despite the 4 consecutive misses there a moment ago at the free throw line by Simone Andrews, 9 of 14 at the free throw line so far. Also only 5 turnovers in the half by the Warriors. They've been led by Zeider with 15 points, 7 rebounds. Simone Andrews 11 plus 4 rebounds and 3 assists. On the other side for the Racers, Thompson has 6. Brooke Asher with 6 points as well, 2 of 5 from 3-point range. And Mueller has 6 as well, all 6 of hers coming off threes. She's 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. Inbound came to Eunice, bobbled it out of bounds. They'll say tipped by Mueller. So Alls will just shimmy down the sideline, toss it back in, this time for Andrews. Thought about the 3, did Fry tag. They'll post it up for Williams. 7 to go in the half, layup, no. Spun inside. The help came. We'll see who they give the foul to there. That'll be the second on Larimore. 6.4 seconds to go until halftime. Free throw falls for Williams. Second one off the heel, tapped by the Racers into the corner. 2 seconds to go until the half. 4-3 from just inside half court for Jordan Mueller. Too strong off glass. And that is how we will head to halftime. The Warriors 50 and the Racers 32. The Warriors led after 1 by 10. It was 22-12. They outscore the Racers there in the second, 28-20. Shoot at 47% from the floor in the first half of play, as the Racers turned it over 11 times, creating 10 points off turnovers for the Warriors. They also had the heavy advantage in rebounding, 27-11 over Northwestern Ohio. And again, Zeider with 15 and 7 rebounds, Andrews with 11 to lead the Warriors, while Thompson, Asher, and Mueller all had 6 to lead Northwestern Ohio in the first 20 minutes of play. But for now, we send you to the half. It's the Warriors 50 and the Racers 32 on the Rochester Christian Sports Network.
It all began in 1937 on this very basketball court in Kansas City. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way we lead, the way we make athletics greater than a game, and all strive to do more and be more. At the NAIA, we take the student and student athlete seriously and focus on the whole person, because individual growth doesn't stop at the final buzzer. Our character-driven athletics empower student athletes to succeed in competition, in class, and in life.
I'm not just preparing for the next game. I'm preparing for what's next.
For NAIA member institutions, small doesn't mean limited. It means limitless. Our schools aren't simply the sum of their teams. They're whole communities that are founded on opportunity, strengthened by tradition, and powered by passion.
Here, we build athletic programs that build lives and legacies.
Through our 29 sports, 21 conferences, 250 member institutions, and 83,000 student athletes, the NAIA fosters a culture of competition and connection in an unstoppable intercollegiate movement where athletics push to new heights and integrity keeps us grounded.
We don't measure success in W's alone. Our greatest victory is the community we create for the student-athlete experience.
Across the NAIA, we play for the love of the game, finding strength in our teammates and gaining inspiration from our challengers.
We know excellence doesn't happen by chance. That's why we built our own playbook for success. From our common sense regulations to our innovative tools like Return on Athletics to our commitment to character development, we help schools not just compete, but thrive.
Our investment goes beyond athletics. We're investing in the future of our student athletes and our schools.
We are bigger than a game, than a record, than a championship. We are the next generation of athletes, leaders, and game changers. It's why we choose the NAIA.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you. 50-32 was our halftime score between the Warriors and the Racers. Second half just about ready to get going. Back in the first 20 minutes of play, Zeider 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists to lead the Warriors. On the other side, Thompson, Asher, and Mueller all with 6 apiece to lead the Racers. The Warriors led by 10 after 1. Did well in the second quarter as well, outscoring the Racers 28-20 in the second quarter. 5 to shoot for Asher. Outside for 3 is offline by Lori Huffman. Saw Huffman back in the first half knock down a 3. That one didn't really come close that time. Huffman 4 points, 4 rebounds so far today. Zeider picks up the dribble, pushes up the shot, no. And Mila Alls at the end of that will pick up the foul. That'll be her second of the game, team's first of our third quarter. Warriors had a bit of foul trouble back in the second quarter as well. Picked up 4 quick ones in just the first few minutes of the second quarter. Alls picks up her second there, team's first, just about a minute into the third. Into the corner it goes with 8 to shoot. Tightrope the baseline. Rebound was tipped by Zeider into the hands of Sanaya Gray. Huffman gets the deuce. The big story for the Racers today as Loon drives in, flips it up, fills it up. Loon now with 7. But the story today for the Racers is Lawson, 4 points, all coming from the free throw line, is 0 of 5 from the floor today. Came into this one averaging 28 points per game. Playing in career game number 91 with Northwestern, Ohio. Making her 88th start. For her career as a Racer, 21 points per game. Free throw is through for Asher. She'll have one more coming at the line, and that's good as well. Bounce to Zeider. Picks it up at the elbow. Hands off for Andrews through traffic. Pulls the trigger on the 2. She'll go topside, swing it, extra pass for Loon. Into a 3. Gimme that! The little hitch in the pump fake on the extra pass got the defender to drop off just enough. Found herself wide open for a 3. Pass picked off by Zeider, ahead for Loon. Extra pass for Andrews for 2. Give the assist to Loon after the 3 by Loon. Driving Asher. Bounce pass is kicked. Looking for Huffman. The Warriors men's basketball team took in the first half of our contest here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. Inbound comes to Asher. They've now gone into the locker room. They'll get ready for their game that starts just about 30 minutes after this one wraps up. Long 2 it looks like for Lawson. That doesn't go for either. 0 of 6 now from the floor in this game. Loon to Andrews. Andrews wants a 3. High arcing 3 rattles home. Asher driving, disrupted by Andrews. She'll launch out to half court for Loon on the run, and that's swatted by Thompson, but a foul is called. The Warriors with that three by Andrews a moment ago, now 5 of 10 from three-point range. Prior to today, as the free throw splashes through for Loon. Prior to today, the Warriors came in 22% on three-pointers this season, averaged just 4 makes from beyond the arc per game. And as mentioned already, 5 of 10 from long range today. Huffman wants to back in on Zeider, throws it up, no, rolled off the rim to Loon. Loon, including her scoring today, also racking up the rebounds as well. That's number 6 for her. Andrews wants a three from this side, my goodness! Andrews for 3, it's a timeout called by the Racers. Head coach Matt Vavro has seen enough. 65-36 Warriors. The run out of the locker room is 15-4. Timeout called with 6:09 to go in the third quarter. We'll take the timeout with them on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Coach Vavro called time for the Racers, his team in a hole, 65-36. They've been outscored here to start the third quarter, 15-4. Couple of threes by the Warriors have helped their cause along the way to begin the third quarter. Loon knocked down one, then Andrews from the opposite wing, and then the near side wing. And so far, for head coach Jared Ocampo, couldn't have asked for much better through the first 2 and almost a half quarters now of play. 51% from the floor, 54% from three-point range. Just 5 turnovers on the day so far, and a heavy advantage on the glass. 32-14 is their edge in rebounding. For Andrews, those couple quick threes puts her up to 19 points. Also has 5 rebounds, 3 assists. For Loon, she has 12 plus 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Zeider inching her way closer to a double-double, has 15 points, 8 rebounds, also 4 assists as well. 8 to shoot for Asher. Outside Mueller. Goes in, has it blocked by Zeider. Into the hands of Mila. All's on the go. She'll scoop it and score it. Lawson drives on Lowry. Highly contested floater that time. All alone is Loon for the lay-in. Andrews gets the assist on the lay-in up the floor by Loon, and that's about the day Alicia Lawson has had. 0 of 7 from the floor as she launches for 3, and that's through. First field goal of the day for Lawson. She's now got 7 points, also a couple assists as well. Andrews, heat check 3, unconscious from downtown. 3 in a row for Simone Andrews. Still 4.5 to go in the quarter. Lawson drives, kicks to Asher for 3. Side skips the rim, rebound down. That'll be number 9 for Zeider. Should try to go coast to coast and gets bumped and fouled. That should send us to the third quarter media timeout. 4:17 to go in the quarter. It's 72-39 Warriors. Simone Andrews has come alive here in the third. We'll take the timeout on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Warriors 72, the Racers 39. Warriors outscoring the Racers here in the third, 22-7. Simone Andrews, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. She's 4 of 5 from beyond the arc, 9 of 15 overall. The Warriors as a team shooting at 54% from the floor, 58% from three-point range, now 7 of 12 from beyond the arc. Summers has it straight away. Now Bakar wanted to go in the direction of Zeider. Pass tipped and stolen by the Racers. Lawson launches, misses, another rebound for Loon. Lay in, good at the other end. J.C. Summers with the 2. Haven't called Summers' name a lot today. Picked up those 2 early fouls back in the first quarter and then spent much of the rest of the half on the sideline, but her teammates have picked her up throughout this contest, whistling a foul on the drive by Lawson. For Summers, that lay-in, just her second field goal, has 4 points, 2 rebounds. But again, Andrews with 22, Zeider with 15, Loon with 14, Emily Lockey has chipped in 7. On the other side, Asher 8, Lawson has 7, Thompson, Mueller, and Huffman all with 6 apiece. Lawson at the free throw line sinks the first. Good for 2 at the line. 3:20 to go third quarter. It's been all Warriors in this one. Led 22-12 after the first. Outscored the Racers 28-20 in the second. And now 24-9 and make it 26-9 here in the third. As Summers back-to-back lay-ins for her. Call coming from our near side official. Injury timeout. Gabby Sosa Owens goes limping back to the bench. Lockey will come in for the Warriors. Simone Andrews, after what has been a lights out third quarter for her, will get a much needed rest. Contested shot there going baseline. Bakar into the front court with it. She's out there with Summers, Williams, Loon, and Lockey. Swinging around the arc to Summers. Still 15 on the possession as they drop it inside for Williams. Get it back inside to Williams, who misses on the lay-in. Up the floor, tipped by Lockey, but lay-in falls. Counted in a foul. Able to corral it and finish was Crystal Smith. Sure looked like Lockey got a fingertip on that. But the shot falls, and one at the line for Smith. Bakar, far side for Lockey. Quick zip down low for Summers. Got tight to the baseline, turned it over. Loon almost a swipe at midcourt. Up the floor, Mueller for two. Final 2 minutes of this third quarter. Out there for the Racers right now as Summers looked at the three. It's Lawson, Smith, Mueller, Larimore, and Huffman. Bakar picked it up off the floor. 9 to shoot. As they get it to Summers, she'll launch for three. Now Mueller. Smith spinning, missing, got her own miss. And then traveled with it going up and down before letting the shot go. Bakar lost it on the crossover. Give it to Loon. Hooking, it won't go. Hung on the rim for an extra beat. Final minute of the third quarter. Mueller drives in, tosses back outside. Reset things at the logo for Mueller. Still 17 on the possession, 42 seconds in the third. Mueller for three, spins it off. About a 6-second difference between clocks. The Warriors will have to let a shot go. And even if they take this all the way down, could leave the Racers with some time. Bakar driving with 10 to shoot. Flips it up, won't go. Tight to the baseline, Summers carries it back out to the corner for three, no. Williams had a hand on the rebound. Mueller, 2 to go in the half, gets all the way in. Floater at the buzzer, goes. The official shaking her head said it will count. Have to imagine they'll go take a look at this on replay over at the scorers table, but at least for the time being, as we head to the fourth, the score 76-47 in favor of the Warriors, as our officiating crew does head over to the scorers table to check that one out. On the floater at the buzzer by Lawson would give her 11 if it counts. We'll let you know if it does when we come back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. So as we make our way to the fourth, shot after review did not count for Lawson. So she's back down to 9 points, just 1 of 10 from the floor today. That was on a 3. 6 of 6 at the free throw line, though. But again, just not the kind of game that you're used to seeing from Alicia Lawson. On the other side for the Warriors, it's been a consistent outpouring through the first 3 quarters. Had 22 in the first, 28 in the second, 26 in the third quarter. Shooting at 50% from the floor, 50% from three-point range. They've turned it over just 7 times today, and still a heavy advantage in rebounding, 41-19 as Williams bangs inside and scores. Inside, tipped by Summers, stolen by Loon. Keeps the dribble, bounces it for Williams, who misses on the lay-in. Williams walks away. Looks like she wanted a call there. Some contact as she went up with it. Not going to get the call. 30 seconds into our fourth quarter. Huffman straight away flips it to Mueller, who wants a 3. Tracking it in the corner was Huffman. As we're now into the fourth quarter of action, Warriors 78, Racers 45. A reminder to stick with us here on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. 30 minutes after this game concludes, both the Racer and Warrior men's teams will square off. Shot missed by Lockie. Rebound over in the corner for Huffman. Another solid day of rebounding for Huffman. That's number 9. Gets it here against Williams, throws it up over her head, and the putback goes for, looks like that's Larimore. Now the other way in transition, bounce it, lay in, good for Smith. Couple quick buckets for the Racers. Give the assist to Mueller there. Summers from the corner. Now she'll drive to the middle with 8 to shoot. Turns, tries to get to the rim and got fouled. That'll be the first on Lawson. Thompson and Gray come back in for Northwestern Ohio. The Zeider sisters both come in here for the Warriors. Reagan and Kendall come in for Coach Ocampo. First free throw falls for Summers. It's 79-49 Warriors, looking to go to 3-0 in WAC play as she knocks down the second as well. Started out the regular season with a win against Michigan Dearborn, picked up their second conference win back on Tuesday, a 10-point win on the road against Defiance. Layup goes for Lawson. Got the whistle and the foul as well. That'll be the fourth on Lockie. Lawson at the free throw line looking for the and one. It's up and spins out. Kendall Zeider pulls it down. Mentioned she's out there with Reagan as well. This pass goes inside for Summers for 2. So out there it's Reagan Zeider, Kendall Zeider, Simone Andrews, J.C. Summers who just got the 2. And Lockheed still out there with those 4 fouls. Huffman wants a 3. On the other side, it's Huffman, Mueller, Gray, Lawson, and Thompson, the 5 for the Racers. Andrews from the corner of the elbow, it drops. Andrews stays hot after that third quarter 3-point barrage that she had. Bounce it outside, 3 on the way, 1 hop off the rim from Gray. Andrews 24 points, 10 of 16 shooting, and 4 of 5 from 3-point range. But did earlier on in the game have that run. She had back-to-back trips to the free throw line, resulting in no points, went 0 of 4 on those 2 consecutive trips. But she'll settle for the 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists that she does have today. Flown it to the far wing. Lawson tried to step back on Peterson. Pass picked off by who else but Simone Andrews. She'll go in alone. Layup, no. Other way comes Thompson down to the baseline. Layup, no for Huffman. A whistle and a foul down there. They'll give it to Kendall Zeider. Looked like a couple subs for the Warriors were getting ready to go to the scorer's table. They've now gone back and taken a seat. Looked like it was Sakalis and Eunice. First free throw falls for Huffman. Second one sticks for her as well. And for Eunice and Sakalis, have to imagine with the score being what it is, they'll get their opportunity to check in at some point here soon. Andrews to the near corner for Summers. Trying to bounce her way to the baseline, puts up the shot off the underside of the backboard, got her own miss, and puts it off square. Shot from the outside doesn't go for Lawson. Andrews into the front court with it. To Zeider, working on Huffman. Now Peterson floats and sticks. Warriors came into this game averaging 60 points per contest, and with 5 minutes to go in regulation, have a legitimate chance to maybe hit the century mark today as the 3 does not go off the side of the rim by Huffman. And then a whistle and a foul will be called on Simone Andrews. That should send us to the media timeout with 4:48 remaining. It's the Warriors 88 and the Racers 53. A host of subs will come in for the Warriors on the other side of this fourth quarter media timeout. This is the Rochester Christian Sports Network. 4:48 to go in the basketball game. It's been all Warriors in this one. 88-53 our score. The Warriors' next game will come on Tuesday night at Lourdes. And then a little over a week later, they'll be back here at Garth Pleasant Arena on Wednesday, December 3rd against Aquinas. And then 3 days later, take on Indiana Tech here on December 6th. Free throw falls through for Mueller. For the Racers, they'll have to regroup quickly as they look to fall to 0-2 in conference play. As Eunice does come in, as we alluded to before the media timeout, Eunice gets the bucket. Scooping and scoring was Thompson on the other end. But for the Racers, their next game will be on Tuesday as well at Madonna. Then they'll go back home for a couple games, starting December 3rd with Siena Heights, then the 6th against Lawrence Tech, and then the 11th, an out-of-conference game against Midway. Layup goes, counted in a foul for Amal Eunice. Eunice free throw splashes through. 4 minutes to go in regulation, 93-56. Out there for the Warriors after that mass substitution at the media timeout. Shot off the heel. Eunice tracking it, won't get there, just a beat behind Larimore. Sakalis picks it up off the deck. It's Sakalis, Eunice, Reagan Zeider, Peterson, and Tambry Williams. Drop it inside, lay in, no. And correction, it's actually Freytag and Laurenti out there for the Warriors with Sakalis, Peterson, and Eunice. It's Freytag at the free throw line and got both. So we saw Eunice come in, knock down a shot. Freytag hits two at the line. Pass into the corner. Too hot to handle for Crystal Smith. So again, it's Sakalis, Eunice, Peterson, Freytag, Laurenti for the Warriors. Sosa, Owens, Lawson, Smith, Mueller, and Larimore for the Racers. Eunice handles it. Reverse it for Freytag. Wanted Laurenti down low. Had her open, just didn't get it to her. Driving and laying it in is Peterson for two. Taking the extra step and traveling with it was Larimore there. Mentioned earlier this quarter, the Warriors averaged 60 points per game coming into play today, but they've been much better than that now in all three of their conference games, as they will move in a couple minutes from now to 3-0 in WAC play. Had 77 in the win against Michigan Dearborn, put up 68 on Tuesday against Defiance, and now closing in on 100 here today. Still 2:18 to go. 6 to shoot. Freytag, long two, knocks it down. her first field goal since coming in. Had 2 at the free throw line just a couple minutes ago. Sakalis up the floor to Peterson, through 2, puts up the shot, doesn't get it to fall, but a whistle and a foul. Jordan Peterson will step to the free throw line, looking to put the Warriors over the century mark for the day. Bends at the knees, first one to do it is up and through. It's the Warriors 100, the Racers 56. One more for Jordan Peterson at the free throw line. Knocks down both. The Warriors 19 of 26 at the free throw line today. 4 of those 7 misses all came in succession when Andrews missed 4 in a row earlier on. Laurenti, extra pass, Freitag, easy lay-in for 2. The bench is absolutely loving it. Lawson wants a 3. Nothing but net. And then after the 3, a whistle on the Racers. It'll be a technical foul on Lawson. Freitag will shoot the free throws, knocks down the first. Taking a look at the replay over on YouTube, 1:16 to go in the game. It's 105-59. Taking a look at the replay, it looks like after knocking down the 3, Lawson pointed in the direction of one of the Warriors after the shot. And then immediately after, that's what drew the whistle by the official. Laurenti steps into a 3 off the rim. All alone is Lawson up the floor, lay in good. So again, not sure on the technical if Lawson maybe said something after the shot, but you could see pointed in the direction of a Warriors player there. Whistle down low, 41.6 to go. Reagan Collins, 12 in white for the Warriors, picks up the foul there. The other 12 for the Racers misses on the lay-in as Smith misses. They'll say whistle and a tie-up. Possession arrow favors the Warriors. Shot clock will be off for the final 24.5 seconds. It'll be Sakalis, Collins, Freitag, Laurenti, and Reeves to finish this one out for the Warriors in what will be a huge 105-61 win from Garth Pleasant Arena. Warriors will go to 3-0 to start conference play and pick up their first win at home on the season. Lost the previous 2 contests. Lawson there just before the final buzzer went in for the swipe on Freitag, but it does not matter. Your final score, 105-61. Some final stats in this one before we sign off, and a reminder, the men's game will take place just about 30 minutes from now right here on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. The Warriors shoot it just under 53% from the floor, just under 47% from three-point range. Also had a heavy rebounding advantage in this one, 53-25, their advantage on the glass. They were led today by Simone Andrews, 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Kendall Zeider finishes a double-double, 15 and 11 rebounds plus 4 assists. Ashley Loon, 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Summers finishes in double figures with 12. Peterson as well with 10. On the other side for the Racers in the loss, Lawson finishes 18 points, Mueller with 9, Thompson, Asher, and Huffman all with 8 apiece. But again, the Warriors shoot it lights out, almost 53% from the floor for the game, and it was a very balanced scoring attack this afternoon. 22 points in the first, 28 in the second, 26 in the third, and 29 points to cap it off in the fourth quarter of play. So for SID Andrew Ripke, my name's Stephen McDonald saying so long from Garth Pleasant Arena, where your final score one final time is the Warriors 105 and the Racers 61. This has been a presentation of the Rochester Christian Sports Network.